Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Pernell Bobby. I'm here in order to help you alleviate suffering. Generally, I do this all while leveraging astrology. You will also notice me go through content about males, females, divine feminine, and divine masculine, often while using astrology within my language. This is why you should definitely subscribe to my channel. I'm offering you a new approach to show up in the world as a more authentic version of yourself. However, today we are primarily focusing on men, alpha males, beta males, omega males. We're going to talk a little bit about alphas versus betas, alpha versus omegas, and the term simp or simpletons. Primarily, my focus today is about why males fail in relationships. I want to get my baby Petra in the photo. Why do males fail in the dating scene? Well, we're going to uncover this today. We're going to unmask this today. Whether you are watching this live or on replay, I would like for you to obviously press the like button, press the subscribe button if you are brand new. Understanding that even when I'm talking only astrology, oftentimes it has something to do with romance. Oftentimes it has something to do with relationships. Oftentimes it has to do with the divine masculine, the divine feminine. I do need to quickly check my tags because I realized that I did not put too much divine masculine, divine feminine, which for me is a problem. Because ultimately this is what this is about. It is about the divine masculine. It is about divine feminine. Robert Greene is one of the authors and books that talks a lot about the divine masculine, about the divine feminine. Okay. And this is important. I'm going to let you know why this is important to me so that I don't just babble and talk about blah, blah, blah. Because without you understanding the importance of this, at least from my viewpoint, I feel like it takes away from some of the potency behind this message. Today, we're going to talk about simpletons. I think that modern men are going through a very imminent danger when it comes to dating. Because, quite frankly, men, and I was in this bracket for a long time, so I speak from this position, are very insecure. It's just true. I'm masculine. Masculine. I'm sorry, I'm typing a tag. Forgive me. Divine masculine. Whatever. Let me say dating nice guys. So a lot of this comes down to dating nice guys. All right. Why? Because nice guys are, and I've played this role, I will not lie to you. Nice guys are the epitome of a simpleton, oftentimes. Now, what's interesting is nice guys generally want something. The question is, what do they want? Why do they want it? And how far are they willing to go in order to achieve their mission, to achieve their desire, to achieve something that they feel too insecure to admit up front and out loud. I might be the only person on the internet on a Thursday night at 6:18, 18:18 has been coming up a lot. 8:18 has been coming up a lot for me tonight. Today, I'm going to talk about why do men fail. And you know what's interesting is generally by now, if I was to get on at nighttime, I would have had people live with me. And at the moment, I do not. The screen says 0 likes. It says 0 people. AKA, I'm not actually engaging with anyone. However, I'm talking to someone. And there might only be one person to watch this on replay. And why do I mention this? I mention this because this is why simpletons or simps exist. This is why women, which are actually the primary audience on my channel, which may be why they think they don't need to watch this. However, excuse me, witnessing the definition and understanding simpleton men or simps or beta males and alpha males and the toxicity, masculine toxicity. That's a tag that I wanted to put. Witnessing it, understanding it by being able to recognize it. It is absolutely critical. And it's funny because I have noticed that on my channel, generally people don't respond well to toxic masculinity, masculine, divine, feminine energy. And this is what's important. I say that because this is why men are failing, which is the topic of discussion today. Jordan Peterson talks about this a lot. Robert Greene talks about this. Men are failing because in this moment when they don't get the instant validation, I was about to say validification. I was like, pause. When they don't get the instant validation that they generally get from their mothers, okay? I think men are growing up with the support of their mothers and the lack of clarity from their fathers. That does not mean the father's not in the picture, because you see perfect, quote unquote, families where the father is not in the picture. This is one of the beginning results of toxic masculinity. The father's not in the picture, and the mother has to overexert her role. So men grow up watching their mothers be in control even of the father, which is what creates simps. People who decide that I'm sorry, I'm typing my last tag. I'm about to go sick today. I'm going sick today. Sometimes I get in this mood and I shit that shit. Today's going to be the day. Okay, I got that. So ultimately, without positive masculine psychology, okay, I like these tags that they're offering to me, which means I'm going to just press delete. You know, one of the things that women want, and one of the reasons why men fail, is women want to have a man to make decisions. And when a man cannot make a decision, it's an issue. It is a tremendous issue. Why? Because she now feels that she cannot safely release herself into your arms. All right, I officially have everything that I need. And if a woman feels like she can't release herself, and when I say release herself, I mean for her to allow chaos to be the primary driver of her actions and her energy, even when she does not understand what is happening, when she feels unsafe to do exactly that, she will test you, she will challenge you, and she will push you over your edge just to see if you're going to break. I am talking right now from personal experience of the challenge that I need to go through in order for me to better attract the female, a female, and I know who you are, that I desire, that I require, that I deserve, and that I must have. I say that, and I say that with conviction. And here's where I have personally missed a step over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm very thankful that it does not actually pain me to say so. I do feel in my gut as a male a sense of fear that what the fuck? Did I really miss this step? Did I really misinterpret women? Of all the women that I've dated, inappropriately and incorrectly. And the answer to that is yes. I have misinterpreted women. I have misinterpreted the signs that women give. I myself, Pernell Bobby, who is asking you to like and subscribe to this video, go ahead and literally click that like button, replay or live, which I mean still 0, 0, 0 likes, 0 people. I've never gone 13 minutes without a single person to come on to a live. And I'm absolutely okay with that. This is what lets me know, and this is where my excitement is and my joy is, that I'm ready. As a Jupiter and Leo in the ninth house, this is me expanding and other people expanding through my teaching. Okay, literally teaching ninth house. Leo, the king, who also is insecure, okay, until they are secure. Right? The king who would rely on women, which is primarily my channel, to give the validation that I'm doing the right thing, to give the validation that I am that I am that I am that I am The point is that I am anything. A beta male requires a female to tell them they are something. And I have played that beta male role. It's ironic for me to be talking here in this exact fashion because it almost feels exactly like I am confessing where I have failed as a male. And where I have failed as a male is exactly in a space where insecurity and passive aggression, a female trait, has actually controlled and run the reins of my life and relationships. This is a problem. This is an issue. This is something that I directly intend to dissolve as an issue through love and compassion. This is a documentary of myself today. This is me standing for something bigger than myself. This is me accepting where my ego has absolutely plagued me. This is a moment for me to stand up in my truth and accept what I know I need to do. To accept that there are certain distractions, i.e., women, i.e., television, i.e., marijuana, i.e., alcohol, i.e., any form of distraction. I need to stand tall and recognize my vices. I say this with 0 people, 0 likes on this exact video while I go live. And I say this with a smile. Because right now it's me talking to me, the camera to the camera, and I refuse to exit this live. And I will admit that there have been times where I would do exactly that and press delete. So there is no evidence of my self-betrayal. This is a beta male. Now, a simp or a simpleton is a male who is paying for your dinner, your outfit, your experience, your adventure, with the expectation that they will have sex at the end of the night. Generally, everything that a simp or a simpleton does, and why modern day men are failing, is to do something with the expectation that they will receive sexual pleasure or sensual pleasure or some form of pleasure, which does not have to be sex, in return. Did you hear me? This is not divine masculine energy. This is not a positive masculine energy. This is toxic masculinity at its finest, at its all-time brand new modern day psychology that men have adopted. Men have adopted the psychology, the thought process, the behavioral patterns of their insecure men, their insecure fathers, who generally are their insecure men in their surrounding environment. This is one of the realest motherfucking talks I've ever had in my entire life, and I'm fucking spilling the beans. I'm literally fucking out here today with, on the cover photo, why men fail in a very young stage where I was being a simp before simp was a term in modern culture. Who the fuck are you? If you don't have good intentions, you're not welcome. I honestly feel like whatever spirit, whatever energy just walked into my room, that it has good intentions. But I do declare that I will fucking destroy you if you try anything otherwise. But I genuinely feel that they have good intentions. My door just dead ass open. Some spirit, some energy just walked into this room, but I don't feel threatened. And so I'll allow you to stay. But if you enter my space unacknowledged or unwelcomed, you heard what I said, I will destroy you. And so will my spirit guides. What is a simp? A simp is the modern day nice guy. It is the past time, old time, nice guy, who will do something as a form of manipulation, often disguised as kindness, which is good, but disguised as kindness is not. They will do something looking for a return. And today I ask myself, and I think of a specific person in my mind who I know, okay? I'm going to say this. Men know who to love. Oh, my guys are talking today. I'm going through an Aries 12th house transit, and my 12th house is the invisible. It's also hidden enemies, but it's also spirituality and support from behind the scenes. And I'm telling you, the behind this, I'm home alone. Yeah, I know. And the behind the scenes is it's everything today because I'm home alone, but things are talking. My spirit is talking. This is a documentary. Everything I have said today and spoke today, this is my life. That's what I need to do. It's what I need to let go. It's what I need to release. And so I do so. We're going to get these demons out today. I've created a hedge of protection. And now I take that energy into my heart, to the space of my love. This is an exorcism. I tell you this, I am more than happy that I am alone today on this live because it is exactly what I've needed. I've been talking about this with some clients, aka other people involved, which requires validation. I don't want to say it requires validation, but it does present a certain form of validation because I have not to this day have a client who has not I bit my tongue. Whatever that means, let me know. Somebody in the chat and the discussion in the comments. Whether you watch this on live or replay. Ain't nobody live right now, but it's on replay. Let me know what it means when you bite your tongue. On the left side specifically. That's my feminine energy. What is so important about this today is yesterday I had my bad camera on. Literally. It might as well have been this. Okay. The camera of my laptop in the nighttime, not the camera that I've brought in order to present myself more clearly, to establish a sense of presence and reputation through quality. Today is very important for me, and I talk to you today as a male, as a man, honest to God, full circle, which requires me to fuck up. Full circle, which means in the circle, in the middle of this spin around the block, okay? 0 for 0. I'm getting chills right now in this full circle. I fucked up a lot. And quite frankly, a real man, alpha male, beta male, omega male, sigma male, motherfucking males, okay? Simpleton or not, simp or not, as a male, period, full circle, I'm going to sit there and admit out loud that, you know what? I have made a mistake, which quite frankly was not a mistake. This is what is required from men today. We need to allow ourselves to make mistakes. If I have not allowed myself to blaze brand new motherfucking trails, then I will never secure ground, a foundation, the finances, the abundance, and the security that my unborn family requires. And this has now got very motherfucking serious. I swear to God, once again, I'm so happy that there are 0 likes and at the same time, 0 motherfucking people. This is a documentary from me to myself. I came outside. I went to work today. I feel good. I look good. And there's 0 people here. And I'm so happy about that. Fuck the terminology, narcissist, and everything else in the middle. Alpha male, beta male, sigma male, omega male. Fuck all of that. Quite frankly, what I'm most happy about today is I did everything that I did for me. I came here and spent 4 months with my father just to understand masculine energy, divine masculine energy. In order to do and understand divine masculine energy, I needed to understand what was the masculine form of energy that I have been raised with, even without any conscious recollection of memory with my father. I came here to see my father. It's been 4 months. I blinked 4 months. I came here knowing that in 6 months' time, I'm going to motherfucking flourish. I'm going to sit there and say, you can't tell me nothing. And it happened in 4. Which means in the next 2, I'm going to fucking win. But why? Because I'm doing, quite frankly and boldly, what men need to do. I'm stepping in. I'm checking where does the masculine patterns within my family dynamics come from. And I am discovering more revelations than I could ever imagine. As I sit here and observe in silence, this is the realest motherfucking message I ever wrote. It's the realest message I ever spoke. And quite frankly, there's a part of me that wishes that people did see this. And I understand the reality that maybe 10 people watch this. And it's well the fuck under my numbers. It's not fully in alignment with where my channel decided that it's ready to be at yet. Everybody always about astrology. And you know what? I'm talking today about Simps, masculine energy, alpha, beta males, as well as sigma males, as well as omega males. And you know what? Today, on a Thursday night, when my motherfucking fans would be popping off at 6:41, I have to keep admitting this out loud. I say that to say that there is a part of me that wishes that at least one motherfucker was on here so that I can talk and respond to. But God said, no, son. I'm going to test your will. I'm going to test your might. I'm going to test the message that you're pushing out to the people. Are you doing this for just the return on entertainment? Did you hear me? ROE, roll. The return on entertainment. ROE, roll. The return on entertainment. ROE, roll. The return on entertainment. I'm going to sit here by myself. I'm going to fucking roll my shit forward. And when I need to only roll on the right side and change direction, I shall do exactly that. And when I need to roll on the left side and change direction, I shall motherfucking do exactly that. But I promise you, at the same time, when I need to go forward and go roll on the left and roll on the right and go forward, like today, which I do, I shall do exactly motherfucking that, because this is what I am. Thank God that I was built this way. Thank God that at least one motherfucker will watch this replay. Thank God that I am who I am. Thank God that I blaze trails. I make decisions. I take order into my palms and I make and I shoot my shot throughout my entire life, even when I did not realize my power, even when my power was only reflected through relationships, even when my power was in the power and control of other people outside of me. I thank God that I show up like I did when I was in college and everything before that. 0 for 0 when I was talking to the camera and 0 motherfuckers was watching. To the height when everybody was watching, back to 0. I thank God that I go ahead and follow my path, my intuition, no matter which one of you motherfuckers are watching. Still to this day, at least on this replay, 0 motherfuckers watching. 0 motherfuckers have liked this video. And I fucking thank you. I thank you, God, for not pulling up on me, because today we are talking about the simps, the betas, the omegas, and the alphas. And you know what? Quite frankly, I have chosen in my life a long time ago to be an omega. Why? Why? Because I don't want to be born into a pack that has rules I need to follow. Alphas. Alphas running the show. Everybody following is a beta. Okay, check. Because I thank God that I wasn't born an alpha, aka at the top of the mountain, that my daddy went ahead and carved the path for me that I followed. So I automatically became an alpha who didn't have to work for this shit. Thank God that I was not in that position. I chose my own path. And there was a point, you know what? My father was in the military, a fucking honorable career. 27 plus years in the military, honorable. Pay the path. He created security and stability for his family. I never had to suffer. Honestly, my college tuition was paid for, everything but my last year, because I fucked up, quote unquote. Fucked up, quote unquote. AKA, I didn't have to work in order to survive. I worked to get ahead, my path, but not to survive like every other Black American male. I had to let go of that narrative. I was so attached at a certain point, okay? Telling you real truth. At certain points, I was attached to my counterparts, to my people, to my culture, all the Blacks that did have to suffer, that did need to survive. It's the realest message I ever fucking wrote. I thank you, Pops, Dad, Daddy, Father. I thank you. As a Black man, you craved security and stability, and you created that path. I thank you. I'm going to send you this video because you know what? I had to recognize that, at least within the relationship space, you know what? This is the truth. And I say this with pure respect. There are certain habits and insecurities that I've derived from you. And yet I thank you. And I come here to Arkansas 4 months living with you, and I do my fucking job. And I'm saying this shit for myself, but I hope that it leaks and bleeds into the heart of you. I'm stepping up. I'm letting go of these insecurities. I know exactly the woman that I need to talk to, and I shall do exactly that. I know who the love of my life is. I know who the one is for me, and I do exactly that. I'm here to create my own wolf pack. This is why I have been, continue to be, and will move forward as the Omega wolf, who has decided to separate themselves from the pack. I did that. I was given a pack, but I separated myself, and I did that. I went off on my own and I became the lone wolf, and it was what it was, and I appreciate the time, but now I'm ready for family. And the motherfucking, whew, the only thing that I ever needed was a purpose and a mission. any male, as a male, I'm a male. I needed to get in alignment with my purpose and my mission and this family. It is what it is. My astrology chart tells me Capricorn North Node in the second house. My astrology chart tells me it is what it is. Legacy. To build the resources for the family to come. I swear to God, I'm so ready to pull on the. Whether I knew it or not, my first mantra was pull the trigger. I've always done my entire life exactly that as an Aries, and it was easy. But what was hard was to accept my insecurities as an Aries. I push forward. I'm going to always and forever do exactly that, but I missed the message. Who and what and why and how and what and why was I pushing forward? Why was I pushing forward? And the truth is, it was always for myself, but it was never for selfless and sacrifice. Selfless sacrifice. It was never for selfless sacrifice. And today I shall selflessly sacrifice my efforts and my power for who you are. For my wife and beyond the afterlife. I shall create a family. My kids shall come forth in this life. I create a family. The legacy, the resources, the money, and everything in this life. A family. And you know what's funny? My goddamn camera says Mexico, and there I go to Mexico to collect and build on my motherfucking family. I had a conversation with my mom today, and it was all for the family. Last week I had with my father and a conversation with my father, and it was for what? Not for their family, but for me. In order to create and build and sustain and no longer blame my family. I thank you, God, for allowing there to be 0 likes and 0 people. For allowing me to come on here and spit for the people. Because someone outside of my family, the Capricorn legacy, the family, I'm now being and creating the change and the resource for who? Your family. All because I decided to go ahead and pursue my family. I swear to God, nobody can stop me today, especially not when I talk about the family. But it all began when I decided to take one step back and pause and stay still and be the man to be. For who? It's my message, ladies and gentlemen. I ask you to like and subscribe to this video. This is the raw and most realest motherfucking message I ever put out there. And I want to stop it there because you know what? There ain't nowhere but to go but there for this message about alpha, betas, omegas, and sigmas and simps who desire to create a family. Like this video. You'd be stupid not to. This is that alpha shit. I'm telling you what to do. This is what your woman want. To tell her what to do. This is what I missed. I didn't tell her what to do. I sat back in my seat and told her to let me know what you want me to do. Divine feminine, that's not the truth. Divine men, you must step up in your truth. I swear to God, you must do what it do. I'm gonna do what it do, and I'm gonna wait until after the retrograde in silence to express what I feel in silence before I speak up and spill my truth. I'm done with this, dude.